Hey guys, I'm Mo today. In today's video, we'll be previewing the game between the Wallabies and the Pumas from the last game of the Tri-Nations. So it's going to be a very interesting game. The game is being played at Bankwest Stadium within Sydney, so obviously the Wallabies will have home advantage, which is kind of a given, with the Tri-Nations being played within Australia. But this will be a very interesting game. When you look at the table within the Tri-Nations, the All Blacks are sitting up on top with 11 points, with the Wallabies and Pumas being tied with 6. So this game is actually going to be pretty difficult for both teams to actually, top the table. Obviously, with both of them needing a bonus point within this game. And to my knowledge, I believe that both teams have to score over like 50 points to actually, go ahead of the All Blacks. So at this point, the All Blacks are looking like they've won the Tri-Nations, which is kind of they were the favorites to win it, obviously, with them winning the Bledisloe Cup recently against the Wallabies. And you can say flat out favorites. But this tournament has actually brought out a lot of surprises, with the Pumas beating the All Blacks and the Wallabies also beating the All Blacks, and then their draw between the Wallabies and Pumas. So it's been a very interesting tournament so far. But just go over the teams this week. And just before I do, if you've seen recently, I'll just talk about before, but Pablo Matera, Gino Petty, and another Argentinian prop, I do believe, were obviously suspended due to racial tweets that were found on Twitter. And obviously this shouldn't be really happening. When you're an athlete, you shouldn't be really being caught with this stuff. And this was found, they did have these tweets around 10 years ago, so it's just one of those things where it's just like, it's pretty stupid. But now, within the last 5 hours, obviously but all the suspensions for these players have been, taken away. So the team that I'll read out for the Pumas might not include these players, but within the next 24 hours, there might be some changes where, Pablo Matera might be back within the side, as well as Gino Petty. So if there are any changes, I'll put it within the description, down within the video. But just moving on, I'll just say the original team from now on. So starting off with the Wallabies. At number 1, they've selected Scott Seo. At number 2, they're going with Brandon Pengamosa. At 3, they're going with Alan Alatoa. At 4, they're going with Rob Simmons. At 5, they're going with Matt Phillip. At 6, they're going with Ned Halligan. At 7, they're going with Michael Hooper, who's the captain, of course. And at 8, they're going with Harry Wilson. So it's a very dominant, Wallaby pack there. The likes of their loose forward trio with Hooper, Ned Halligan, and Harry Wilson being very, clinical, crucial, you could say, within this game. With Michael Hooper being very clinical within that breakdown, hopefully. We'll have to wait and see if he does that. And Harry Wilson being, very crucial, you could say, within ball carrying meters. So, again, hopefully he can live up to that, but we'll have to wait and see. And Ned Halligan just bringing a lot of, physical attributes to this game, which is kind of needed because he's a big Donny. So we'll have to wait and see if he does well or not. And with their lock positions with Rob Simmons and Matt Phillip, they'll bring a lot of experience to this match. Obviously, if they were to face Gino Petty, if he were to come back into the side, it'll be a very key battle in this game. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But the only change actually to this forward pack is actually Alan Alatoa back within the starting lineup. Obviously, 2 weeks ago, Tino Tupa actually did start against the Pumas, and to be frank, I actually didn't think it worked out as well as everyone thought it would. Personally, I think Tino Tupa is more of an impactful player, so it's just good. It's good to see that he'll be coming off the bench within the second half, which is more or less what I think he's actually known for. And he'll make a massive impact within this game. So I kind of agree that Alan Alatoa should be the starting tight head. So fair on him, really. I mean, loose head, sorry. But anyway. And with Brandon Pengamosa just being the other hooker as well, he'll just hopefully he can improve on within his lineup throws, because he's never really too consistent. But I do have a feeling that he might score a try within this match, so we'll have to wait and see on that. So moving on to the backs for the Wallabies. At number 9, they selected Nick White. At 10, they're going James O'Connor. At 11, they're going Marika Corbetti. At 12, they're going with Hunter Pasami. At 13, they're going with Jordan Bataya. At 14, they're going with Tom Wright. And at 15, they're going with Reece Hodge. So it's a very good, very interesting, back line there. You could say they've made a few changes within that back line. Obviously, with James O'Connor coming back into the side, he'll be like the one to watch player, you could say, for the Wallabies in this game. He's a very good playmaker for the Wallabies, so we'll have to wait and see if he's able to, bring a lot of creativity within the side. So hopefully he can. We'll have to wait and see on that. And because of James O'Connor being back within the side and slotting within that 10 spot, that does shift Reece Hodge within the 15 place, which to be frank is not really too big of a deal, because Reece Hodge can definitely play at 15, so that's not really a big deal in that sense. But yeah, the center combination is very interesting with Hunter Asami and Jordan Bataya. That's a very young, you could say, center combination there. And personally, I like it a lot. I love seeing when, teams actually put a lot of young players within the side, and particularly within the backs, just it gives them a chance to actually just shine within the international stage. So these two players, they have a bright future. So hopefully they can impact this game for sure. And yeah, the wings with Mirko Corbetti and Tom Wright, I truly believe that they'll be pretty clinical within this match. For the Wallabies will score a few tries from this match, and I think it will come from the two of them. So we'll just have to see on who gets there or not. But yeah, no, that's kind of it with the starting lineup for the Wallabies. Yeah, with the bench, they have a few impactful players who can make an impact. Like I said, with Taniela Tupou, the likes of Lachlan Sai-Kai Lotto within the lock position. They have Jake Gordon who can come off the bench for the scrum half position. Nola Seo who can either play as a 10 or even as a 12. And Tom Banks who can be as the 15 slot. So yeah, they have a lot of impactful players who can come on within the second half. So yeah, moving on to the Pumas. The Pumas have named an interesting side, obviously coming back from their defeat against the All Blacks last week. But yeah, at number 1, they've selected Tiaz. At number 2, they're going with Julian Montoya. At 3, they're going with Gomez Correa. At 4, they've gone with Mateus Olamalo. At 5, they're going with Marco Clemmer. At 6, they're going with Santiago Gulnara. At 7, they're going with Francisco Isla. And at 8, they're going with Rodrigo Bruni. So it's a very interesting, you could say, Puma back 4-pack there. The likes, obviously, Pablo Matera and Gino Perry haven't been included within the original 4-pack, but there might be a few changes, obviously, after their suspension being lifted. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But yeah, no, overall, I actually kind of like the pack, even without those two players. I'm not going to say it's as strong as the Wallaby pack, but you have a few players in there like the Julian Montoya who can make an impact from that hooker spot, as well as Mateo Alamalo. He's been very interesting. He's just been a very good lock for the Pumas. So yeah, he is definitely a one-to-watch player. You can stay with him in that position. But I think the key figure, which is kind of a given, is going to be Marcos Clemmer. He has so much potential, and he's just one of those players who, if you give him the ball, he's just going to smash everyone. So personally, I just want to see him have a ton of the ball because it's just fun to watch him play, and he's a very good player. So yeah, he's definitely going to be the ones to watch play, you could say, within their 4-pack. And yeah, you have Rodrigo Bruni, who's just a very good number 8. So he's also another one who can bring a lot of ball carrying meters within this game. So moving on to the backs, at number 9, they selected Felipe Isla. So it's kind of they don't have Thomas Corbetti in that position, but yeah, what can you do really? Number 10, they're going with Nicolas Sanchez, which is kind of a given in a sense. At 11, they're going with Ilamalo Boffelli. So great to see him back within this. Not back within the side, but just in the side in general. And yeah, with number 12, they're going with De La Fuente, who will be captaining this side, obviously, for the time being, if Pablo Matera wasn't to be involved still. And then you have at number 13, you have Mateus Orlando. At 14, you have Bastea Digle. And at 15, you have Santiago Carreras. So it's a very interesting back line there. They've all obviously made a few changes within this side, and it's kind of a given after last week's performance. But you do have Mateus Orlando coming back within that center spot, who I truly believe is the Pumas' best center, and he brings a lot of playmaking quality within that side. So great to see him back within the side, obviously. But yeah, you have Ilamalo Boffelli at the 11 position, who I truly believe is probably a better 11 than a 15 in my opinion. But he can play both positions very well. So yeah, hopefully he has a good game. But yeah, I know Santiago Carreras, I was very, very impressed by him by the last match. I thought he took up so much pressure from the All Blacks, with the All Blacks kicking it high in the air most of the time against the Pumas last week, and he just caught all of them, really. He didn't really make any drops. Like, he was one of the few players who actually made a lot of mistakes. I think the only mistake he did was his pass towards, obviously went onto the ground, and Will Jordan just scooped it up and just ran, so that was it was a big mistake. But other than that, he had a very good game. Very good game. So yeah, no, that's kind of it with the back line. Obviously you have Nicolas Sanchez, who's just going to be very crucial, and if he does do well in this kicking, then the Pumas do stand a chance in this game. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see if he does. Obviously the Pumas weren't able to score any points last week, so that'll probably be one of their top priorities, you could say, within this game, is to actually just get points on the board early. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see if they go for that strategy, or if they choose to wait it on and go for a try early on. We'll have to wait and see how they do it. But yeah, with the bench, they have a few impactful players who can make an impact. They don't have as many. They have the likes of they have Luis Gonzalez. They have Villas. They have the Domingo Motti. They have Santiago Chocobares, who's a very good player. You can come off the bench. Very good winger as well. I mean, it's not no winger, center. So yeah, definitely wants to watch if he does come off the bench. He'll make an impact for sure. And yeah, other than that, they have the likes of Lucas Paleos as well. But to be honest, they don't have as much depth, you could say, than the Wallabies. But yeah, that's kind of it with both lineups. It's going to be a very interesting game. If I did have to make a prediction within this match, I do think the Wallabies will win, and I do want the Pumas to win. Obviously, I will be cheering for them, but I truly believe that the Wallabies will win the last game of the Tri Nations. And if I had to give a prediction on what the result will be, I would say that the Wallabies will win this game by, I'll say 30-14. That's my final prediction. Yeah, 30-14 to the Wallabies. But yeah, anyway, that's kind of it with the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.